Alright guys, welcome to Everyday Journey. Today I'm going to fix this, and I don't have the number specifically on it, but this is the Ryobi Expand Hedge Trimmer attachment, and this will be the second time I've broken it. And what's happening, and let's see if I can get closer here. What's happened is this right here is part of the shaft. It's the square end that actually goes into your weed eater, and it's actually broken off just beyond the square end, right off inside here, and this stayed in the weed eater. So whenever I pulled it apart, I just had to grab a pair of pliers and pull this out of the weed eater, and then put this aside and go to fix it again like I've done before. You can see this has been welded before, and that's what I'm about to do again. It held up a little bit for then. I probably used it maybe 5 or 6 times, then it happened again. And yeah, I could go buy another one, but I could also weld it and hopefully be just as good. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take it apart and fix it, and hope it lasts a little bit longer this time. Alright, well, this thing is put together with a bunch of Torx screws. Just make sure you got the right size bit. It's the Torx 6-point star type bit, and I may even have the wrong size, but no, we're good. Just going to take this apart, and I probably need to be working on a bigger surface, but work with what you got, right? I don't remember before how much of this I had to take apart. Hey, look at there. So, we didn't have to take all those screws off, but it didn't matter. Set that aside. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's the shaft. You can see this is the part that goes on the inside. Actually attaches to the hedge trimmer portion, and this is the side that just twisted off. So I'm going to try to grind that flush, and then hopefully both of them being flush, we can just weld it back together. So we'll see. Take all my screws and set them aside. Give myself an area to work here, and break out the welder. I don't know if you saw that very well, but like I said, just grinding it flush. I'm going to have it nice and flat for this to go against. Now it's time for the welder. And this is the hard part, because this is a small piece. And normally you'd be working with a metal table, put this on there, and maybe put your ground onto the table, but I don't have that, so we're doing with what we got. Alright, camera died while I was welding all the way around that. Don't know how good it is, but I need it today, so hopefully it's good. I'm going to go ahead and grind off the excess, and then put it back together. And now I got my gloves back on. And there we go. It's not perfect. There's still a little bit of excess sitting around it, but I'm going to go ahead and take it because I need it. It seems fairly straight, and we'll see how it goes. So I almost forgot the most important part. We got to put this thing back together. So just stick the shaft back in. See that? Stick the shaft back in the hole there. I'll go ahead and put this back on. You see this little hole that's on top here? There is one screw that was different that I took out. Let's find out where this is here. Okay. And it goes right here. And that's where that hole you just saw in that outside tubing there. The yellow tubing, that's where that hole's supposed to line up. So, alright. So now I got the hole lined up. Just go ahead and put the screws back in. You can see right here the difference between these screws. One of them's much shorter, smaller. That's the one that goes in that hole. So the rest of them, they're all the same. You just put them in. Same as each other anyway. Just put them in wherever they go. But this one needs to go specifically right here. On that screw over here, and we're done. It's not really that hard, although you would need a welder to weld what I welded. So if you don't have one, maybe you can find somebody that has one. Heck, if I'm around, I'll even do it for you, probably for free, because this is quick, easy. So you just have to come and find me.